Before we dive into today's exciting update, make sure to click the subscribe button on the Lions Roar News Center channel and turn on notifications so you never miss any Lions news. The Detroit Lions were leading the San Francisco 49ers 24-7 at halftime of the NFC Championship game, just 30 minutes away from their first Super Bowl appearance. All the Lions defense needed to do was keep the 49ers at bay. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn and the Lions defense did a masterful job, limiting the 49ers' high-scoring offense to just 7 points in the first half. Then, everything fell apart as the 49ers came back with full force to score 17 unanswered points. How can the rebuilt Detroit Lions defense lead to the Super Bowl? Jared Goff and the Lions offense built an impressive 17-point lead, and victory seemed within reach. Lions fans could already taste the Super Bowl, but the script abruptly changed in the second half. Instead of the scoring drives that characterized the first half, the Lions offense stumbled, committing a costly fumble, 2 turnovers on downs, and a forced punt. The Lions defense needed to carry the team until the offense regained its rhythm. Just 30 minutes from the Super Bowl, meanwhile, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and the 49ers accelerated. The team that looked shaken at halftime suddenly dominated an exhausted Lions defense. The 49ers scored 17 unanswered points in the third quarter, tying the game and dominating possession while the Lions struggled offensively. The 49ers held the ball in several long drives, leaving the Lions defense with little rest. The Lions' strongest defensive players were on the field throughout the first half, and when the 49ers started their offensive push in the second half, the Lions' defense was already worn out. With several key defensive players injured, the Lions bench lacked the necessary depth to give the starters a break. Perhaps the outcome could have been different if the Lions had a stronger bench to rotate without sacrificing their defensive strength. The rebuilding process of the Detroit Lions, rebuilding the Lions defense, has been a priority under GM Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell. It all started with the selection of the outstanding defensive end and runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Aiden Hutchinson. Last year's draft brought in talented rookies like Brian Branch and Jack Campbell. While the run defense is now one of the best in the league, second only to the Chicago Bears, there are still gaps in other areas. Ranked 27th among 32 teams, the Lions' pass defense was among the worst in the NFL, allowing an average of 274 yards per game. The Lions' second draft pick was University of Missouri cornerback Andis Reika. Choosing another cornerback can provide multiple options in this position. Known for his man-to-man coverage skills, Reika can actively disrupt the opponent's passing game, adding defensive depth. Building depth in this position was crucial. Arnold and Reika will compete for starting spots against veteran players. The Lions signed Las Vegas Raiders veteran Amick Robertson, known for his excellent ball tracking skills. Additionally, they traded for former Tampa Bay Buccaneer Carlton Davis, who had his best season with the Bucs in 2020, recording 68 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 18 pass breakups. Finally, the Lions brought in former Cincinnati Bengals defensive lineman DJ Reader. Although primarily used against the run, Reader fits the Lions' focus on versatile defensive players. In addition to being a substitute for Lions defensive tackle Alim McNeill, Reader can also defend the pass. He was a key contributor to the Bengals' success, but is currently recovering from an injury. The missing piece for the Detroit Lions defense, a much improved Lions defense, could be the final piece in rebuilding this team as a true Super Bowl contender. The Lions offense has a history of stumbling in the third quarter, while the team generally recovers in the fourth. They can quickly fall behind without a strong defensive effort. Now, with an abundance of options on the bench, the Lions defense may finally have the necessary depth to reach the Super Bowl. What do you think, Lions fans? Can this rebuilt defense lead the Lions to the Super Bowl? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lions Roar News Center for more updates. See you next time.